Okay, now we're going to do the second round of our granny square for pixel crochet. We have done our 4 sets of 3 with our 4 spaces or 4 corners. Now to do the second one, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, nice and loose, because you're going to have to stitch into them sometime. And you're going to want it to be easy. So now we're going to double crochet for 4 stitches, and that will bring us to our corner. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go into the same stitch, not this one, as my chain was in. So there's 1, and that's the start of my 1. Now, aside from the beginning where we did count the foundation chain, here, this one we're not going to count. This one starts as number 1, the one I just did. So 1, and now 2, 3, and 4. 4 brings us to the kind of first stitch of that corner. Feel free to pause at any time if you need to catch up. You can pause the video and catch up to where I am, and then you're not falling too far behind. So now that we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, ignoring number 5, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, we now do chain 2, nice and loose. We need to crochet into this later. And then we double crochet into the corner. Okay, now we start again with our 4 double crochets. So yarn over, and I'm going into this first one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is this first stitch of my corner. The looser these chains are, the easier those stitches are to see, and the corners are to see too. So that is my, again, that's my corner. I can see that it's down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2, nice and loose. Iris pulled my yarn down. And I'm going to double crochet into the corner. And we start with our 4 again. So yarn over, this is my first stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4 puts me right on this kind of corner. Double chain and double crochet in the corner. Okay, and my last round of 4. So yarn over, and again my first one is this stitch. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4 is right here in this one in the corner. This one's tricky because this one ends up being usually pretty tight right next to the chain that we started with. But that's our number 4. And then we chain 2, 1, 2, and we go right into the corner with our double crochet. That, and now we need to join. So before we join, we always do a one chain, and then 1, 2, 3, going to the top of this. And I'm going to pull through and pull through. Now, when I look at my square, I should see 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outside. I see 4 corners on the inside too, 1, 2, 3, 4. But these are the ones from our last round. And you'll notice that it looks a little bigger on this side than anything else. That's not a big deal. That's just the way it works because we're joining to this foundation chain. So I don't know, it ends up looking just a teeny little bit bigger, but it all works out when we single crochet around the edge and tighten things up again.